everybody. Today we are looking into global variables. That means we look into variables that are written over our main function. For the example, I have written 3 void functions that cannot return any value, but they impact our code in our main function, and I show you what they impact. Normally they should return always the global value of 10, but at the last one they return -10, and I show you why. Now we go to each value and I show you why this value will be written in the console. For the first one we just want to write the global value, so yeah, it's 10. For the next one we make the same, just another function, so it has to be 10 as well. Then we go on to height global, to the height global function, and we define integer globe to 0. And because we define a new integer, this integer will count in this function solely. And we will write the number 0 in our console. Now we go on to change global, and here is the part that will change the whole thing. First we have here globe equals -10. That means we change the global value. That means it's equal if we would write -10 here, because we change the value of global. And when we then go on and want to write out the new code in our main function, global has changed and it will output us in our console -10, and that's why this happens. And now I want to go into another example. We want to ask for a number, but we define a high and a low number. And down here in our function for it, we say our number that we have asked for, and as long the number is higher than high and smaller than slow, it will ask us to try again. And when we have written a number in between the high and the low, it will continue. And now you might wonder, how are the numbers already defined? What is low and what is high? Here you can see we already defined low is 1, but not in high. And here in the first asked number we add a 5. So this is the number for high, and low is defined to 1. So we ask for a number between 5 and 1. And for the second example we add 10 and 5. 10 is for the high and 5 will be for the low. So we ask for a number between 10 and 5. And now we run the code so you can see it. And I made a little choose an example for our first example and the second example. I show you how I did it after. Here I choose example 2 for now. And now please enter number 1 to 5. This is what we have here. We add 3, and thanks for answering 3. And please enter number 5 to 10. If you would enter 4, it would not be right, or 3, it would also not be right. But if we enter 7, it would be right, and it will continue. And now we come to the little code that I have written. My idea was to put both examples in one project. And for this I made an example 1 and 2 and named the examples to this. Here is example 2, and for the other we have example 1. And I just said choose an example, and I said write 1 for example 1 and write 2 for example 2. And I have just these 2 answers, and if I would answer something else it would just write the end. And to show it I can run it, and if we write 1 we have directly the end because the program has no inputs. And if we close that, and start the program new and say 2, we have our work that we have to do here. Say we go through it, then we have the end. And with that, that's the end of our episode today. I hope you enjoyed it or learned something. And with that, I say bye.